All right. What's up, everybody who's not here? I tried to give a little bit of time on this live stream, but it is what it is. This should be, I think, the last sort of moderately impromptu live stream that I'm going to be having. Most of the rest, you should have at least a day's heads up before we start. So, but I had some time here today that I wanted to get in one of these testing builds because I have a lot of them to do, and I realized it's actually a lot of live streams to do if I'm going to do all these as live streams. So today we're going to be taking a look at actually testing the Death Knight builds that we have put together during the talent tree first looks. So that's what we're going to be getting into here today. Gotta love that Orgrimmar drum, boom, just randomly in the background. That's fun times. Yeah, I just got done recording the mage videos. Let's go ahead and switch on over here. Keep this interesting for you guys. There we go. I just got done recording the mage videos. Somehow in everything that I was doing, I forgot that I had not recorded the mage videos yet, and we actually still had mage on top of monk and demon hunter. Monk is coming out. Monk came out this morning, Mistweaver Monk, so check that out. It's a little bit of a longer video, but I mean, I'm just really excited about fist weaving in Monk, like in Dragonflight, so I was kind of having to reel myself in from talking about that one too much. We got Brewmaster coming out tomorrow, and then we have Windwalker the day after that. Then we're going to have all three mage specs. Hopefully Demon Hunter comes out this week. We'll do Demon Hunter, and then probably for the last little video there, we'll go back and take a look at Evoker again and see all the changes that were made to that, and then we'll be done with the talent tree videos. So, Lonnie Lewis, hey man, love the content. Well, hey, I love you for tuning into the live stream and hanging out in chat, so much appreciated. Same for you, Tor, long time viewer here on the channel. Appreciate you tuning in. So I did a couple things here to kind of make this go a little bit quicker and get into the content so you guys don't have to watch me set up the talent build again. Hopefully you've already watched that in the talent build videos. So I actually have just gotten those builds pulled up. Let's see, I can show you guys real quick. Let's go over here. So I've got the builds pulled up roughly that we're going to be starting with here for both. We're going to go Blood, then we're going to go Frost, and then we're going to go Unholy in that order. So we're just going to plug these talent builds in. That way we don't spend a bunch of time here. We'll do a review, a recap before we actually test the build, just so we know what we're actually working with. But that's just shave off some time here at the beginning. So we're going to go ahead. We are Spec Frost. We're going to switch over to Blood. And like I said, I like to do these in the order that I put the videos out in, just to kind of keep that progression going. So we're going to go Blood, Frost, Unholy in this particular case. I'm going to set these up. We can chat while I am getting this set up real quick, and then we'll go from there. I think all the zones are available, but it might put us in one particular zone by default when we go out here. I don't know if we're going to get to choose. Lonnie says, if you do end up playing Dragonflight, do you know what you will want to main? I have some ideas. Okay, so what I'm going to do after, I want to play Demon Hunter and the new Evoker. Those are the only classes and specializations that I haven't gotten to do at least the initial talent build look at. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to rate the classes and the specializations. I'm going to do like a tier list maker video for those and let you guys kind of know where I stand in terms of what I think is fun and what I'm not and what I'm thinking about for a main. So that is a piece of content you're going to get, but I do have some ideas on what I do want to main and what I don't want to main. So I can tell you just straight up, like, Prot Warrior is always going to be something that it's going to be something that I play, you know. So Prot Warrior is going to be in there. Whether it's going to be my main character, I'm not really sure, but it's definitely going to be one that I end up playing. What's up, Aggie? Thanks for tuning in. Aggie, for those of you who don't know, if you're new here, Aggie's my wife. So getting the wife support, that's always nice. All right, so we are plugging in this build real quick, and then we will go and test it out. So as far as things go here with Death Knight, I'm pretty confident in the builds here because Death Knight didn't really change too much. And basically what I've built is the stuff that I play anyway. So I don't think we're going to run into a whole lot of issues here, or we're going to have to tweak and change things too much. That is the point we were missing. And then we're going to pick up Horn of Winter. 1 point here, I believe. 3 and there. So that's going to be our class build. And then over here on this side, we're going to grab all of these. We're going to grab that. That. We're going to go all the way down on this one here. Grab that into Rune Tap. Into Blood Drinker. 1 point, 1 point. 2 points and 2 points. So this is the level 60 build that we're working with here. And like I said, we'll run through it again before we actually test it. That way you guys can get a refresher and I can get a refresher on what we're doing in the build. But this way we at least don't waste the time setting it up. Now, if the talent tree had a lot of changes and was drastically different, then, you know, we'd go check it out. Let's see, my problem with WoW is I never know what I want to play, so I end up with 50 characters who all have terrible gear, but I will say Survival Hunter is really fun. You know, I think that's a perfectly fine problem to have. That is my problem. My problem is I just have too many classes that I want to play, and I basically never want to, you know, just play one. I do end up maining one, usually because the way World of Warcraft is structured, like you just need to kind of have a main character in order to progress through a lot of content and unlock things. So I do typically have that there. All right, so I'm just sorting my abilities. For those of you not really in the know with how I do this, I kind of put my core abilities here. Then right above my core abilities, I put my offensive cooldowns. Across from those, I put random utility skills that I may or may not use. Above the utility skills, I put my movement skills. In the center, I put my crowd control abilities. And then over on the far left of the top row, I put my defensive skills. So that's kind of how I group these things. I don't actually use action bars when I play World of Warcraft. I use a different add-on. But the alpha, for those of you who don't know, who want to come on and say I need to set things up and hotkey things and use add-ons and everything, the alpha doesn't let you use add-ons, okay? And with all the classes and specializations I go through, it's just not worth taking the time to set everything up. We can get everything we need done with 1 through 6 and clicking occasionally. So don't hate me too much. This isn't how I normally play. All right. We're actually going to drop Soul Reaper down here. All right, let me shake these up just a little bit. We're going to do that. We have Blood Drinker, which we do want to use. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, and then Icebound Fortitude. Let me jump in and see if there's anything we don't have. We don't have Death Coil, but we're not going to use that. We've got Path of Frost. We might want that. I don't think we're going to want Rune Strike. I'll throw it on here so I remember that we have it. We should Rune Forge, but I don't really want to go to a Rune Forge. I guess we could. I mean, we've got the Death Gate. I guess, yeah, we probably should. Okay, we will. All right, let's go. Let's open our Death Gate and we'll go make sure we have some kind of Rune Forging thing on there real quick before we go and quest. Did I put this? Oh, great. I put it in a weird position. Come on, Torn. You're in my way. Oh, wait. I almost had it. Dang it. It was right there. Oh my gosh. Got it. Man, the Torrent just takes up too much space, you guys. Man, I have not been here in forever. I do not. Where are the Rune Forges at? They're straight across, right? Right? Am I right? I'm right, guys, right? Let's see. We got Death's Advance on 45-second cooldown. So let's do that. No, that is not where the Rune Forge is, you scrub. I'm gonna save time making the talents. It's up on the top floor, ain't it? So that I can waste time going to the Rune Forge. That's my goal. What's up, Morgraine? Been having a lot of fun out in Shadowlands. What are you doing up here? All right. There we go. I knew it was across the circle. I just had to remember it was on the second floor. All right. We are still on the weird camera angle. Oh, this is fine. Right? This is fine with you guys, I think. Or we could switch to this. Or this. We'll do this. All right. Aggie says, my problem is after so many expansions, I still don't know how to stop and breathe when I play. Do you only play solo content? Take the portal. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I figured it out eventually. But thank you for the help. If I hadn't figured it out, that would have been very helpful. So let's see. We've got increase max runic power and attacks have a chance to increase runic power. Let's see. Extra weapon damages frost and increased vulnerability to frost. Death strikes deal increased damage to the target based on their missing health. Okay, when you fall below 35%, you heal. I don't think we care about spell damage, spell warding. Don't care about Apocalypse. Fallen Crusader. Our attacks have a chance to heal us, and this also increases our total strength. Increase armor and stats, and then increase movement speed by 5. Additionally, when you kill an enemy that uses experience or honor, you heal for 5% and gain haste and movement speed. I mean, I like this one. Death Strike is also pretty nice. I think we're going to go with this one. Because I'm a sucker for movement speed. I really just, especially on Death Knights, you just move so slow. I mean, if you look at this, I had to opt into both Wraith Walk and Death's Advance to get any sort of movement speed abilities. So I will take whatever passive movement speed I can get here. Yeah, Aggie's a lot more hardcore than I am. She's definitely a raider. I guess we should just hearth back at this point. It's not like we're going to use the Hearthstone anytime soon after this anyway. We're going to talk to the fat Tauren that got in the way of my portal, and he's going to take us out to Dragon World. Or Dragonlands, or whatever. The Dragon Isles? Dragon Isles. Dragon World. I like that better. It sounds like an amusement park. Let's go to Dragon World! Okay. I was like, are you taking me? Like, what's going on here? All right, let's see. I feel like we're going to be in the same zone we were in for Shaman and Hunter. We are not. No, yeah, we are. Here we are. Okay, yeah. So this is the same place we were in for Shaman and Hunter, which is totally fine with me. So what we're going to do is pick up a couple of quests here. And we're just going to go do these quests as Blood. All right, we're going to run through and take a look at our build real quick. All right. So quick recap here. This is pretty standard stuff as far as Blood DK is concerned. We've got Heart Strike, Marrow Rend, Blood Boil. We did pick up Blood Tap, which will generate a rune for us if we want it. You know, we shouldn't really need it, but, you know. And then we also picked up Blood Drinker, which is good against single targets. So those are the only like additional abilities we picked up. Of note over here, we do have Death Strike, which is one of our main runic power spenders we're going to be using. We also got a couple movement abilities. We did pick up Horn of Winter, which will grant us 2 runes and generate runic power. I think we'll actually move Blood Tap over here. We do have our Raised Dead Ghoul, but I mean, whatever. on Blood DK, it's kind of whatever. And then we did pick up Soul Reaper. So Soul Reaper is kind of something we use as a pseudo execute. So if the target is below 35% health after 5 seconds of us casting this, it's going to explode and deal damage. If the enemy dies while they're afflicted by Soul Reaver, then we are going to gain Runic Corruption. So we just kind of throw this onto the target and try to make sure that within 5 seconds of us using it, they're below 35% health. There's like a threshold that makes sense for this, but you got to figure it out kind of by testing. You know, do I put it on right away? Do I put it on when they hit 80%? You know, stuff like that. I like to use a nice little weak aura to tell me when to cast that so that I can get that proc every time, but we obviously can't do that here. Over here, we've got Blood Boil charges. We've got the chance to get our Crimson Scourge reset on Death and Decay, which I don't see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's right there on our bar. So we'll mainly try to cast that when it's free. Also, when we get the free cast, we're going to gain haste, which will be nice. Just a little speed there. Got some stamina increased, damage taken increased, or not damage taken. Damage taken is reduced. We do want to get our bone shield rolling, mainly because we do have ossuary. So while we have 5 charges, the runic power cost of Death Strike is going to go down. Let's see. We've got increased health from Bone Shield. Our Heart Strike damage is increased. Our Heart Strike should be dealing damage to multiple targets in Death and Decay from something, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe we had to pick that up. I don't remember. Heart Strike's going to heal us for each enemy hit while affected by Blood Plague. Bone Shield's going to increase our haste. That's another reason we want to keep it up. Our Blood Plague and Death and Decay deal their damage more often, which is going to be really nice. And Blood Plague is going to leech more health for us. That's going to help keep us topped off. When a Bone Shield is consumed, it's going to shatter, dealing damage to nearby enemies. And this is going to be tripled in Death and Decay. And then finally, Heart Strike has a chance to increase the damage of our next Death Strike by 40%. So really, we're just going to do the bog standard version of Death Knight rotation here. Let's see. Little Brain Dead. Anyone already know what they're going to main for the new expansion? I am interested to know. You guys have been watching the talent tree videos and stuff. Most of the classes, what I found is most of the classes aren't a huge amount different than they currently are, but there are a lot of instances where the talents are set up in a way that you can actually take multiple talents that are currently all on the same row in the Shadowlands talent tree. For example, in Prot Warrior, the very top row has 3 different abilities, and normally you can pick one of 3, but with the talent trees the way they're set up, I think you can actually get all 3 of them. So it does really open up a lot of the ways you can play the class, even if the class isn't getting a lot of additional stuff added to it necessarily. All right, so we are Blood DK, and basically, I mean, let's show how boring this is with one target, right? We're going to yank a target over. We're going to build up our bone stacks. You know, when we hit 5, then we can switch over to Heart Strike or whatever. We've got our Death Strike on there. Okay, the health bar is over here now. That's interesting. So this gets really boring with like one character. I should have cast Blood Boil. But this is definitely not the way that I quest with a tank. Okay. I don't recommend it. Let's make sure we have auto loot on. I don't even need to loot because this is alpha and it doesn't matter. But you just impulsively loot. So I need to turn auto loot on. All right, this is the preferred way to do this stuff on a tank is just grab up a bunch of stuff, come over here, drop our Death and Decay down, get our Blood Boil going, get our stacks of Bone Shield up. All right, and then we'll start Heart Striking, Death Striking, get the stacks up. There we go, we got our free cast. That's going to give us some haste. Heart Striking again. Boom, Death Strike. Easy peasy. Let's cast that thing. I have no idea if the timing of this Soul Reaper is good or not. Like, I really do rely on add-ons for that. Let's throw it on that guy. Can we kill him in time? Blah. And so we killed all that stuff, and our health is basically, it hasn't moved. Yay, it's Death Knight. The build works. Okay, into the stream. That's pretty much how I feel about Blood DK. I love Blood DK. They're just super strong. Maybe Demon Hunter Tanker and change from Priest Healer to Dragon Healer. The Dragon Healer does look pretty interesting. So I don't really blame you for that one. I think it's definitely going to be worth like trying out anyway. I told myself never again, but finally dragons, watching set and impending surgery recover time are starting to get me. I think there's some stuff that you're actually gonna like, Aggie. There's some stuff you're gonna like here. So, all right. I mean, how much more do we need to test blood realistically? That was what, 5 enemies? I mean, let's see if we can. Can we make it a little more spicy? Maybe. I don't know if I can chain pull all of these or not. All right, we're losing some health. Let's try this. Can we get them right here? Let's get them right here. Ooh, we are tanking. All right, let's throw our Icebound Fortitude. Let's throw Blood Drinker. Death and Decay. All right, let's get our stacks going. And this is a little harder without cooldowns, but still, I think we'll be okay. Oh man, I thought for a second this was gonna be spicy, but it's not. All we popped was Icebound Fortitude, and we're like, we're good to go. We're good to go, you guys. Now this is just boring stuff. Yeah, let's throw one of those on there, because why not? Well, let's Horner Winner just for fun. Oh, everything's dead. Guys, do we need to see more blood DK? Or are we good? I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're going to run back to camp now. And we will take a look at the build and just, I don't know, see if there's anything we want to tweak. I don't think we need to. We just killed like 12 things in one go. All right. Let's see. So, armor gain from Bone Shield. I mean, you pop Icebound Fortitude, right? Just reduce your damage. You're good to go there. Let's see. All healing and absorbs. Again, if we needed more damage reduction, we could get it there. But as you saw, between Icebound Fortitude, throwing out Blood Drinker, throwing out our Blood Boils, and just making sure, like, you know, we kept that stuff going. We were pretty solid on a big pull like that. I mean, you're probably not going to do bigger pulls than that in questing just because things won't leash that far, right? At a certain point, you'll lose a pack and lose a pack and lose a pack. That's pretty close, I think, to about as big of a pull as you're going to get with a single person, right? If you had more people, you could get a bigger pull for sure. But each enemy hit by Blood Boil increases damage and healing of your next death strike. So, I mean, that could be pretty cool. Yeah. I think that's probably what I would do. We've got 5 points, I think, that we'll get between now and max level. You know, you could pick up Bone Storm. You could pick up, like, Vampiric Blood into Tombstone of Marker Blood into Improved Vampiric Blood. Maybe that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 5 points. Alternatively, you could go over to the Hemostasis side if you wanted to. Or 1, 2, 3. That would get you the healing and death and decay. Plus like Bone Storm and throw another point in somewhere else. So yeah, I think I'm happy with Blood DK. It's like one of the shortest tests ever, but Death Knight did not change a whole lot. It didn't change a whole lot. All right, so they removed having to be in a rested area, I think, to change talents. Let's see if that's the case. So we're going to switch over to Frost. MB, hey, you caught a stream. Thanks for tuning in, man. I was thinking about you when I tried to put up the stream with advance notice. So I think let's go ahead and go get our Rune Forge for Frost. Are we going to dual wield Frost? I think we're going to dual wield Frost. So let's open up our playtest equipment so we can dual wield. You still do have the option to use the two-hander, but I like the dual wield version. I like both versions. The dual wield version is fast. The two-handed version has really big obliterate crits, so I'm okay with either one. And Aggie. Oh, yeah, Aggie, you know you're going to be tempted. I think she will. I think she will. So I think we're just gonna do Razor Ice. Keep it simple. So we will engrave. We could mix it up with dual wielding. Let's do, yeah. I mean, that's one of the perks of dual wielding, right? Let's do Razor Ice on one. And let's do Unending Thirst on the other. That way we still get the movement speed. But we also get the 20% extra weapon damage on our main hand and increased vulnerability to frost attacks by 3%. We could stack that faster if we put it on both weapons, but I'm not taking that this super seriously right now. Let's go ahead real quick and let's throw Unending Thirst on a two-hander, just in case we want to try two-handed frost while we're there. Also, we can use, well, we had a two-hander already, but we shouldn't have to come back here for rune forging again. Just finished watching your monk video and saw this pop up. Nice, good timing. I was wondering, you know, if that was two back-to-back. Was I okay in keeping myself from going too crazy as far as the fist weaving stuff? I was having to stop myself so bad with the fist weaving. I was just like, this is not a fist weaving video. You're trying to make an open world content build. All right, calm down. All right, let's get our frost tree going. So I've got this pulled up on the side. You guys just let me plug this in. All right, and then here, 2, 1, here, and oh no, going runic empowerment, anti-magic zone because I want Wraith Walk. Oh, so sad. All right, and then we're gonna go Horn of Winter. 1 point and 3 points. All right, then on the frost side, I'm gonna pick up everything over here. Okay, 2 points there. Right, into 1 there. 1 and 1. And over here, we're gonna get 2, 1. I'm missing a point somewhere. Oh, Pillar of Frost. What am I missing? I need 1 point. And I'm missing it somewhere. Oh, right here. There we go. And then 2, 2, and 1. Okay. So let's get our abilities set up here real quick. Then we'll do a recap on our rotation. All right, so Morseless Winter, we got our weird Rune Strike ability, we got Raised Dead, we got our CC, which it put up there twice for whatever reason. I've noticed that's just a weird bug. We've got Death Coil, which we probably won't use, Anti-Magic Shell, Anti-Magic Zone, got Pillar of Frost, got our Runic Ally, Death's Advance. Okay. Horn of Winter. There and there and there. So let's check our spell book real quick. See if we missed anything. Path of Frost. But otherwise, we should be good. So let's go ahead and put our Obliterate, Frost Strike, Death Strike, and Death and Decay. You know, I found a lot of times you can't hear the dogs barking in the background. The mic doesn't pick up the sound that far away, but sometimes if they're being really loud, then it will. All right, so we don't have a lot of abilities here. This is the Blinking Lights Flashy Abilities build. Is there a dragon? Can I move away from these dragons? What is this thing? What? A Hornswog? Oh, did we? I think we saw these over on the other side. Cantankerous Hornswog. It's like a dragon toad. All right, so let's take a look at this build. So pretty much same stuff over here on the class side for the most part, except we did not take the Execute Soul Reaper ability. Instead, we took Runic Power Spinning abilities, increase your melee attack speed, which I like with the dual wields. It's even better if we have like Razor Ice on both things, but that's fine. So we have our Frost Strike, which this is our Runic Power Spender. We got Obliterate, which is our Rune Spender. We've got Howling Blast, which is our dot that we're going to throw on people. We also have Remorseless Winter, which actually just works itself in as part of the rotation. So I'm going to put that in there. We got Pillar of Frost Steroid if we need it. And I believe that's all we grabbed for active abilities on the tree. So we've got auto attack critical strikes have a chance to make your next obliterate deal frost damage and critically strike. So that's going to make obliterate flash with the killing machine proc. Frost strike is going to increase our strength, so we can stack strength with frost strike. Stacks up to 3 times. Obliterate's damage is going to be increased. Improved killing machine is your next obliterate, also deals frost damage. That goes into wielding a two-handed weapon increases your obliterate damage by 30%, and your auto attack critical strikes always grant killing machine. So I don't think we actually need that, or do we? Have a chance. So yeah, actually that's fine. Means we'll always get. Ooh, I wonder if that works well with the dual wield. I guess it depends on how often we're critting. I don't know if we need that or not. We're going to see. Then we have Consuming Killing Machine has a 50% chance to grant us a rune. Consuming Killing Machine will also grant 20% crit strike chance for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times, which will also increase our chance to get Killing Machine again. The next Killing Machine, at 5 stacks, your next Killing Machine will consume them and grant us increased frost damage, which is basically all of our damage. So just a nice little passive thing there. So yeah, that should work out pretty well, I think, with Mites and the Frozen Waste there. Frost Strike has a 30% chance on critical strike to also grant Killing Machine. So really what we should just be seeing is like Obliterate should just be like flash, 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 which is what we want. Then down here we picked up Ice Cap, your Frost Strike and Obliterate crits. Reduce the cooldown on Pillar of Frost, which is our steroid, which we can throw in. We want to use that like as much as possible. And then over here, we also picked up Obliterate, has a increased chance to trigger Rhyme, and Howling Blast generates runic power while Rhyme is active. So Rhyme is going to be our ability that Obliterate causes our next Howling Blast to consume no runes and deal additional damage. That actually makes Howling Blast hit pretty hard. So we're also going to get flashy Howling Blasts that we want to cast when we get that as well. Frost Strike damage is increased. So then we picked up some stuff to work Remorseless Winter into our build a little bit as well. It's another ability I like to cast. Usually I like to open with this. So this is going to drain life, dealing damage and reducing movement speed. That goes into increased Howling Blast damage. Then here, our Remorseless Winter damage is increased, and the first time it deals damage to 3 different enemies, we're guaranteed to get Rhyme. So if we run in, we Remorseless Winter on a group of like 3 enemies, we instantly get Rhyme, we throw out a Howling Blast that does additional damage, and that's just really nice. And then here, each rune we spend during Remorseless Winter is going to increase its damage and extend its duration. So as we open up with Remorseless Winter, we hit 3 enemies, we get Rhyme, we cast Howling Blast, that's 1 rune, then we're going to probably go into an Obliterate for 2 runes, and like doing that is just going to extend Remorseless Winter, so it turns into a like AoE thing we can pretty much constantly have around us. So that is kind of what we're doing with Frost in this build. Alright, so go ahead and do our little single target pull if we can. We got one here. All right, so we'll yank this over. Okay. Remorseless Winter. We're going to go ahead and cast Rhyme to get the buff on. And then we're going to obliterate. Rhyme obliterates. We're going to go ahead and Frost Strike to use some of our runic power. And basically, if obliterate is on cooldown, we cast that. Or off cooldown, we cast that. If we're building up our runic power, then we're going to cast our Frost Strike. And anytime we get the flashy Rhyme, we're going to cast that. So basically, start with Remorseless Winter. Make sure Howling Blast is on the target. Then spend runes on Obliterate. Spend runic power on Frost Strike. And then if you need to, you can Death Strike to heal up. That's like the very basic rotation we're doing here. So we will do it again. Let's see. We'll grab 2 enemies here, make it a little spicy. So Remorseless Winter. We're gonna Rhyme, Obliterate, Rhyme again because we got it. Obliterate, Rhyme, Frost Strike, Frost Strike. There we go. We're gonna spin on Death Strike if we need to heal. We're kind of capped on our runic power there. That was my bad. So with this build, we basically want to hit our Death Strike in between enemies. Like when we kill an enemy, we get a free Death Strike, and that's what we cast to try to heal ourselves up here. So you see that's 3 enemies. We get the guaranteed Rhyme. Super nice. We got it again. I basically treat Death Strike like something, every time it flashes, I want to cast it. Right, just to heal up. Alright, we got our Whelp Scales. Now, in addition to this, we have our Pillar of Frost. Okay, and Pillar of Frost, we do want to cast because we are talented into reducing the cooldown. I'm not sure. I'm a little worried about this build's survivability if we were to pull, like, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't survive a pull like I did on Blood. But we might. I need to confirm. Did we pick up? Okay, Obliterate hits up to 1 additional enemy while we remain in Death and Decay. So we do want to use Obliterate if we can when we're in Death and Decay. Alright, let's go again. Single target here. We're capped on runic power. Oh, we got Killing Machine. We got all the procs. Oh my gosh, all the procs. See, that's what it looks like when you start hitting some good crits. It's just everything flashing. So we're gonna try like a 3 enemy pool here in just a second. I think 3 is something you want to be able to do pretty regularly on a DPS class. So let's see, we've got 2 right there that we can pull. We could pull him into the whelps. Or we could grab this guy and bring him over. Let's try that. Alright, so let's take a look at our defenses real quick. So we do have our Icebound Fortitude. We are going to want to make sure we have our Death and Decay down. And then we're probably going to cast our Pillar of Frost like right away. So we can actually yank this guy. And then run over here. Alright, let's throw down Death and Decay. We're going to throw down that. Let's go for Icebound Fortitude, Pillar of Frost. Alright, smack him. Smack him. We need to kill one of them. There we go. So now we got our Death Strike, which is what we want. Alright, building up. Building up. We got our next Death Strike. Alright. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. So let's see if we can do that without the Icebound Fortitude. We should be able to, if we're going to do a pull like that, we should be able to Pillar of Frost basically every time. Just from spinning the runes and stuff. So let's see, we got 1 dragon, 2 dragons. We got some whelps. Maybe we can get 3 back here at the beginning. MB says, as for main, we'll probably stick to my Havoc Demon Hunter, switching out to Tank Demon Hunter when needed, but of course, we'll be trying out the new dragons along with everyone else. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with the Demon Hunter, because the Demon Hunter doesn't have the history the rest of the classes have. And for a lot of these talents, they are pulling abilities from previous expansions and previous iterations of talent trees and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that's why Demon Hunter is the last class that's getting added into the alpha, is for that reason. All right, maybe we go over to the other section. Actually, let's, we're here to quest. Let's finish the quest. Oh, you know what? Here we go. These little guys, it should be even easier. Yeah, a big key for doing bigger pulls like this on this and on Unholy is just making sure to hit that death strike every time it flashes. Like, whether you need the heal a lot or you don't, just hit it. Like, it's just worth it. Why are we in combat? We should not be in combat. All right, well, let's get into combat, I guess. Let's see. All right, we're out of combat now. All right, that's 1, 2. Not enough. Not enough. Okay, here we got 3 here. All right, let's pull these 3. So we want to do this without Icebound Fortitude, basically. All right, so let's make sure we get our pop off for that. Okay, we do want to cast Pillar of Strength. We want to drop this here. All right, so now we just want to focus on killing one of these guys ASAP, so we get the proc for Death Strike. All right, there we go. Yep, get that proc again, heal back up. Good to go. Yeah, so, okay. I'm not super worried about the questing survivability of this then. Like, if we could pull 3 like that, and we probably would have gotten a little closer with the extra damage there. But again, if you were going to pull more than 3, like, that's just when you want to use your Icebound Fortitude. Do we have any other, like, defensive stuff we could take? We got max runic power. Nothing there. Reduce movement speed. Radiate cold. Yeah, I don't even know if we had anything extra we could have added in on the frost side of the tree to, like, help us with our survivability. There's probably, well, I don't know. So we could put another point into improved Death Strike. That'll increase the healing of Death Strike by an additional 20%. I think that's definitely worth it as we get higher into, or as we get more ability points. Will of the Necropolis actually would be pretty good for pulls like that, because it'll reduce the damage you take below 30% health, and then you can Death Strike your way out of that 30%, so that initial damage that you're taking isn't as rough. But I mean, overall, it seems pretty solid to me. Now, there's obviously different ways we could take this. If we were going to do a build focused on trying to pull more enemies at once, then I would absolutely opt for getting in here and getting to, like, Frost Scythe. And there's a talent here that makes Remorseless Winter deal more damage based on the enemies it hits, and, you know, stuff like that. So we could go a little heavier on the AoE here. And what I plan to do eventually is to kind of have a couple of different builds for questing and leveling. like a low APM build where you don't have to hit that many buttons, one that's focused primarily on being able to just delete a single target, one that's more geared towards trying to do big pulls in AoE. This, for me, like the current build we have, is something that's like fairly in between the single target and the AoE. Like mainly you can do a lot of damage to a single target, but there's enough AoE mixed in there that you could pull 3 or 4 things and not worry about it too much. But if you like to do big pulls, I definitely want to make builds for that. And if you prefer to just pull one thing, then I want to optimize that too. So there's a lot of stuff I'm interested in making here, but I think this Frost build looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Well, let's go finish this quest real quick. And then we will change this over to Unholy. They're just saving the best for last. I don't know, man. Although I am very excited about the potential of being able to, I was saying earlier, that now you can get a lot of talents that were previously exclusive, right? So there may be like 3 talents on a row and you can only pick one, but with the new talent tree, in a lot of cases, like I said, you can pick multiple things that you used to not be able to take together previously. And I am pretty excited about the potential of Demon Hunter to be able to do that, because there were definitely some abilities on Demon Hunter where if you can sync them together, I think they're going to come up with some pretty cool builds. So I am excited to check that out, and I hope that's kind of what happens. I feel like it's more likely to happen just because Demon Hunter doesn't have as many abilities as the other classes do. All right.
State your business. Salama Ashalanore. Shurelaran.
We don't really need to turn these questions and stuff like that. We're not going to actually do other quests. We're going to come back down here and test Unholy. So let's go ahead and set that up. And then if you guys are enjoying the stream, the DK builds are going pretty quickly. So we may be able to do a second class here if you guys are interested and you want to keep hanging out on the stream here. But we'll see. We'll do Unholy first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But these builds are, like I said, DK didn't really change a whole lot, so. The build testing is going pretty smoothly so far. All right, let's set up Unholy. All right, so pretty, I mean, I've taken like almost the exact same build for the classes every single time. It does get a little bit different with Unholy because we do take some of the stuff over here. Then we've got this and this to this. All right, and then we go here to here this time. Still gonna pick up Horn of Winter. We are gonna go 3 points here. Oh, I put an extra point in somewhere. Where did... Oh, okay, it's right here. All right. Okay, so that is the class side of the tree. And then over here, I basically went for my Undead Fire Chains build, which is just the one I find to be like the most fun by far. The Abomination Reset Chains of Fire build. All right, 2 points here. 2, 1, 1, 1 into Unholy Blight. And then we've got this, this, and this. All right, so I wonder if we hit all the abilities. If the bars fill up, there's a good chance some of the abilities didn't drop down there. But that is okay. We will get that sorted out for sure. Also, it's saying our weapon is broken because we need a two-hander. No choice on that one. Go ahead and get our ghoul up. We should have 2 of them. Yep, so we got our 2 minions out. Okay, Anti-Magic Zone, Anti-Magic Shell, Icebound Fortitude, Anti-Freeze. Why is Summon Gargoyle? Why did that drop down? I don't Oh, did they move it back baseline? I know people were complaining about that. It doesn't look like they did. So it's weird that it added it to my bar. All right, we got Horn of Winter, we got Wraith Walk, Raise Ally, Scourge Strike, Dark Transformation, we got Apocalypse, Death Coil, Unholy Blight, Festering Strike, Outbreak, Epidemic, Death Strike. Okay, are we missing anything? Taunt, which is fine, Rune Forging, Rune Strike, Path of Frost. I think we're good. So let's go ahead and set this up. Okay. It's advanced. Okay, so let's take a look at our Unholy build. All right, and then we'll go down and we'll test it. See how it does. Okay, so we've got our Festering Strike. That's going to put wounds on the targets. And then we're going to pop those with Scourge Strike. So that's that basic mechanic. We have our Outbreak for our dot that we're going to put onto the targets. We do have our advanced Raise Dead, so this now becomes something that we just constantly have the pets up. We did pick up Epidemic here, so Epidemic is going to cause our plagues, which we get from Outbreak, to flare up, dealing damage to the enemy and additional AoE damage. So we have that as another kind of like AoE pump that we can do. We've got our Dark Transformation, which turns our main ghoul into a big fat ghoul for 15 seconds, which is going to grant them energy and empower their abilities. We have Apocalypse, so Apocalypse, minute and a half cooldown. It's going to deal damage to the target and burst up to 4 wounds on the target and summon an army of dead ghoul for 15 seconds for each burst festering wound. So we want to have 4 on the target, ideally, when we hit Apocalypse, so that we get our all 4 ghouls to help us out. And then we also picked up Unholy Blight, 45-second cooldown. Think of it like the what's it called? The ice thing from Frost. I already forgot the name. Remorseless Winter, I think. Yeah. Where this is basically going to put an AoE around us for 6 seconds. It's going to sting enemies and put the Virulent Plague on them. And also an Unholy Disease as well. And this can stack, the disease can stack up to 4 times. So it's a way for us to apply a bunch of dots to the enemy. It also, we can pop those plagues with Epidemic and cause those to like chain react, explode too. So those are the active abilities that we picked up here. So as far as our passives, like what's changing for us, maybe let's get away from the giant dragon. I don't think he attacks us. I think that's like a story thing, but he is going to roar a lot. So also, I totally forgot to put music on, and I'm very sorry for that. You guys got to let me know. Just be like, hey, Seth, there's no music. I keep forgetting that they don't load the music in the alpha. I'm so focused on the info and like showing the builds and stuff that I don't even notice until, or what are we, like 40 minutes in the stream? I don't know, whatever. Almost an hour. Okay, so in terms of our passives and what we're actually trying to do here. So our auto attacks have a chance to make the next Death Coil or Epidemic cost no runic power. So Death Coil on single targets, Epidemic on multiple targets. We also have Sudden Doom, triggers more often and can accumulate up to 2 charges. So we can just do that more frequently. Our Festering Strike and Festering Wound damage is increased. Over here, we've got reduce the runic power cost of Death Coil, so it's just going to be cheaper for us. It doesn't reduce the cost of Epidemic for us, however. It just brings our Death Coil in line with the runic cost of Epidemic, so it's the same either way we go. We did pick up Unholy Pact, so Dark Transformation is going to create the flame chain that we want to keep on enemies. So as long as we have Dark Transformation up, there's going to be a flame chain between us and our ghoul that deals damage to anything in between, and it's going to increase our strength. So basically, we Dark Transformation, and then we just keep that fire chain on the enemy for a lot of damage. Then we have Ebon Fever. So the plague that we put out does its damage in half the duration. So that's going to be more useful to us on things that die quickly. Our Ghoul's Claw attacks can now apply Festering Wounds. So that's going to help us with Festering Wound application, either just to pop them with Scourge Strike or to use them for Apocalypse. We've got the additional minion here. Damage dealt by Death Coil is going to reduce the Dark Transformation cooldown by 1 second. And this is the main reason we want to use Death Coil as much as possible over Epidemic. We mostly took over Epidemic to get into this section over here, but it is there if we need it in an AoE situation. But ideally, we want to use Death Coil because we want to reduce the cooldown of Dark Transformation as fast as possible so that we can keep that fire chain going. Over here, we got Soul Reaper, which we do have. That's the kind of executability that we had there. So Soul Reaper, Scourge Strike, Festering Strike, and Death Coil deal additional damage to enemies below 35% health. So this kind of turns them into a better execute. Then we have Dark Transformation, increases the attack speed and damage of you and your monstrosity by 8%. So again, we want to stay in Dark Transformation as much as possible. And then Death Coil and Epidemic reduce the cooldown of Apocalypse now by 1 second, so we can use that more often. And then Apocalypse and Army of the Dead summon a Magus that hurls Frost Bolts and Shadow Bolts at our foes. So basically, we're applying wounds, we're popping wounds, we're using those to get Apocalypse going and rolling, and that's going to help us put out a bunch of pets. And that's kind of like a side quest, a side loop, side rotation to the main one, which is basically just getting it a Dark Transformation and then trying to cast Death Coil as many times as possible to get back into Dark Transformation. Beth, hey, welcome to the stream. Very nice to see you here live. Appreciate all your support and your comments on the videos. MB says, yeah, I'm interested to see how they offer all the Covenant Demon Hunter skills on the tree, as it seems they have made them all available on the tree. Are the trees out? Are like previews of the trees out? I haven't looked at Wowhead in a while. Not every Covenant ability is coming to every class and every specialization. Some of them are getting left off. Some of them are only available to particular specializations. I'm not sure, what the rules are going to be for the Demon Hunter one. Please say Freddy North. Why? Are you going to clip this and turn it into something weird? Freddy North. There you go. So that's from Fred Johann Jaeger? Maybe? Oh, you meant on other classes? Yeah, not every class, not all of the Covenant abilities are available. For example, currently, my favorite Warrior Covenant ability, Condemn, is not on any of the trees. And I really wish it was, because I like it a lot. Beth says, thanks. Happy to do so. Exidium YouTube. Is this with or without the latest round of... this is live alpha. This is live alpha. So this is not a recording. It's a live stream. So this is the current alpha build that's out. All right, so let's go check it out. We're going to do our single target stuff here. There's going to be like 8 million buttons to push. But basically, we're going to yank this guy in. We're going to get our outbreak on him. We're going to stack some festering wounds on him. And then we're going to pop him. That's kind of the basic. We're not doing anything too exciting here. Build. Pop some wounds. Cast some death coils here. That's pretty much it. So that is the vanilla, we don't want to use Dark Transformation on this enemy for some reason kind of build that we're doing here. Death Strike in between enemies to get our health back up. Alright. Pretty much we don't even need Dark Transformation against a single target anyway. Alright. So let's do the same thing. We'll do single target, but this time we'll pull the Dark Transformation into it. So in this case, we're going to hit Outbreak and then just go straight into Dark Transformation. And then what we're going to do is the same thing we just did. We're going to stack Festering Wounds, pop them, and cast Death Coil, except this time we're going to be trying to make sure the fire chain is on the enemy. Okay, so we're going to pull here, Dark Transformation. We're going to get that little fire chain, which we want to keep on the enemy. If we can cast Death Coil, we want to cast it in order to reduce the cooldown. But you guys can see that basically roasted that guy. That guy got roasted by that chain there. So now what we do is we do that rotation we were just doing before Dark Transformation, with the goal of trying to cast our Death Coil as much as possible to reduce the cooldown. So anytime we get the little procs on there, we want to do that. Go ahead and put those up. Get that cooldown reduced. Again, in between enemies, we're healing up with our Death Strike. Popping some wounds. Casting those Death Coils. Pretty easy stuff here. Alright, heal up a little bit. Cast another Death Coil. So Dark Transformation is back on. We don't want to waste it right here because this guy's just going to die anyway. Alright. But now we can use it. So we'll use it in AoE next. Cool, thank you. This map is giving me Battleground flashbacks. Fight the Alliance for Azerite. Oh, you mean Battle for Azeroth? Yeah, I mean it's different. It's definitely I do feel like it's more like Island Expeditions made a lot grander. Like this does make me think of an island. It's like one sitting out in the sea that's really just a big mountain. Have you done the arms warrior testing yet? No, I have not done warrior testing, so I'm actually doing the testing in the order I put the videos out in, with the exception of I skipped Evoker, because they've had a lot of changes, and we're going to loop back around to Evoker at the very end. So I've done this, and then the next set to do would be Priests. So, all right, so we are going to go and do a little bit of a bigger pull here with the chains. I don't really want to pull 2 whelp packs because I feel like that's not super interesting. We got 1 dragon and a whelp pack there. Whelp pack, dragon. We just don't have a lot of enemies over here right now. What are you guys doing? Are you torturing that hare? How dare you? No, not allowed. Not allowed. We are not doing that. So we do have Death and Decay. I didn't mention that. So we do have a talent point invested into Death and Decay. Right here. Scourge Strike is going to hit additional enemies while we're in Death and Decay. So we can use that in an AoE situation. Where'd the hare go? As long as I didn't kill it, we're good. Okay, I gotta defend the bunnies. That's important to me. Yeah, the Arms Warrior talent tree portion is out. Oh, look, we got... that's like back where we came from, right? That's fine. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can pull, I don't know, 3 dragons in a whelp pack, I guess. All right, that got him. That got them. Let's go. Let's get our Death and Decay going. We're going to Dark Transformation and just start shredding things here. All right, so we got our Death Strike again. I can't even keep up. I really need some like keybinds for this. Guys, I literally screwed up all of those key presses just now. All of them, okay? I cast maybe like 3 things accurately. The fire chain murdered everything. It was the fire chain, okay? Yeah, I usually don't put my keybinds out to like 7. So I was kind of screwing myself. I need to do that. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, I did not do that rotation very well, and that fire chain just murdered everything. So, yeah. As long as you can keep it together between the Dark Transformations with this build, like, you should be solid. Pop. right, let's see if we can do another one, and maybe this time I can actually hit the buttons correctly. Maybe once this middle area is spawned again. I want these dragons to spawn, and then we'll pull those. Oh, the battlegrounds looks a lot like this. Okay, I never did any of the battlegrounds. We'll kill a couple more things while we're waiting. Should set the Pepes back up in the background. Oh yeah, we have the two little Pepes. Just killing a little bit. It's, I don't know. Man, the respawn time is weirdly long, I think. I feel like we killed those things a long time ago. Alright, well, we'll go down this way and pull some stuff. Alright, let's go over here. I know we can pull this, like, little chunk that's over here. Yeah, you know what? Let's grab this. Why not? Hello? 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 What about you? You want to come? I don't know if he got us. Hello? You there? Come down from your tree. Thank you. Dark transformation. All right. This is why I like the fire chain. You don't even have to be good. You don't even have to be good at Unholy, and it just works. That was a pretty big pull. You know, let's go back to the town real quick. We'll take another last recap and take a look at the talent tree for Unholy. See if maybe there's anything we want to change. There might be, but I think with the points we currently have, I'm pretty happy with the build that we have. When we get additional points, we should get, I think, 5 more points as we level up to level 70, because we're level 60 right now. We'll probably plug into some ways to make Death Coil a little bit better, I think. So let's take a quick look here. So right here we have Death Coil deals additional damage and seeks out one nearby enemy. I think we might be able to get that up to... Can we get that up to... It's still one additional enemy, but I think that would be nice just having that, because generally if we're going to use the chain and everything, we're probably going to want to do a big pull like I just did there. I didn't hit Outbreak. I didn't use Soul Reaper. I don't even know, like, we could probably just get rid of Soul Reaper at this point. Put those points into improved Death Strike or something else like that. I think I would definitely change that. Maybe into Blood Draw. I kind of like Blood Draw. If we do a big pull and for some reason we fall below 30% health, we just drain health from all the nearby enemies. This can only happen every 3 minutes, but I still think it's pretty cool. I don't think we need Soul Reaper. In here, we have enough stuff going on as it is. We don't really need Epidemic. We could use it, but again, it's just like in the AoE situations here, Dark Transformation. In between, if you want to pull more stuff, I guess you could use Epidemic at that point, but you know, I kind of just do Dark Transformation and then load up the next enemy, throw a few Death Coils, get Dark Transformation back up, do another big pull, drop the fire chain, and go to town there. Diseased enemies take increased damage per disease they're affected by. So this is really good if you're going to like Outbreak and then cast your Unholy Blight and stack those diseases up. All enemies within 8 yards take increased damage from your minions. That's also like pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just all about getting those Death Coils and getting back into Dark Transformation as soon as possible. There's also this Death Rot talent. Death Rot debilitates your enemy, applying Death Rot, causing them to take increased shadow damage up to 20% for 8 seconds. If it consumes Sudden Rot, it applies 2 stacks of Death Rot. I think it's probably not that great. We're just going to kill stuff too fast for that to matter. So, yeah, I think Unholy is good. And we are, let's see, we are about an hour or so into the stream. I think we can definitely do another class if you guys want to. Let me know. We could do, the next in line is Priest. If you guys totally hate the idea of Priest, I could make an exception and jump to something else. We're not going to do Druid because that needs to be its own stream. That's 4 different specializations. That's a little too much to take on right now. But I have Priest, Warrior, Paladin, Warlock, which I don't want to do Warlock because I feel like Affliction is super screwed up right now. We're not going to do Monk because all the videos aren't out yet. But we could do Paladin, Warrior, or Priest. If you guys want to keep the stream going and do another class here, I can just update the title and stuff when we're done. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Throw something into the chat here real quick. If you want to keep the stream going and you don't care what the class is, you could say that. If you want to keep the stream going and you want to vote for a class, you could do that. We're going to take probably 60 seconds here and give you guys the opportunity to do that. And then we will continue on, or we'll call it quits. It's up to you guys. Y'all let me know. So I'm going to start a timer. I have already done Hunter. So the Hunter video is already on the channel. So feel free to check that out. There will be more testing and stuff like that before the actual expansion is out. So don't worry about that, but the testing for that is up. Okay, we're going to go stopwatch. I'm going to put this on. We're going to do 45 seconds. So Tor is voting for Paladin or Warrior. Beth says, I wish I could stick around for another. Just jumped in to say hi and show some support on my break from work. Well, I definitely appreciate that. I'm not sure where you're at, but if you're working on a Sunday, I'm sorry. And thanks for taking the time to stop in and say hello. I appreciate that. All right, we're at 25 seconds. There's a little lag on the stream, so I am waiting on purpose. Paladin or Warrior. My vote's going to be for Warrior, because that's another one that I can kind of just knock out of the park pretty easily, because it's the class I play the most. All right, we are at 45 seconds. We got... I'm going to assume Exidium, even though we've already done Hunter. I'm going to assume that's a vote. Tor, we got a vote from you. That's good enough for me. So, let's do Warrior. I'm excited to test Warrior out anyway. Prot Warrior specifically, but still. All right. So, we got to make a new character real quick. I really feel bad making an undead warrior and then not making it look like Top Chef. So I think we're gonna switch. We're gonna do let's do a female blood elf. Randomize. All right, and then let's say we'll call him Top Chef. This is the alternate world Top Chef. All right, let's get in here. So we are going to jump in and do these. I'm going to pull up my talent builds. I knew a few things probably changed between when I made them and when we actually are doing the testing. So let's see. I'm going to pop these up so we can take a look at them. We're going to be doing Fury, then Prot, then Arms. All right, that's the order we put the videos out in. So let me go ahead and... we're going to pull up the Fury Warrior talent build. Now, Fury had a lot of stuff that I was into potentially doing. So let's see here. All right. And we should be spec'd Fury already. All right, let's get on here and go to our interface. And we're going to get our action bars up. And we're going to get our auto loot on. All right, so let's move this out of the way. And let's get our talent build going. So some stuff has definitely changed since the Fury build. So let me see what I picked up it changed again. Okay, so we have like multiple changes here in the class tree at least. All right, let's see if the Fury tree still looks the same. It is looking the same there. This has changed. Okay, they swapped the positions of this, but we ended up picking up both of them anyway, so that's fine. All right, so that's what we grabbed in the top section. Then we got this, this. This has changed. Okay. So we had this. Bloodthirst always enrages you the first time you strike a target and has increased chance to trigger enrage. Bloodthirst deals increased damage to enemies below 35%. Bloodthirst increases the critical strike chance. Okay, that got moved to there. 4 additional rage, inflicted gushing wounds. Okay, I think we still want to take that. All right, then we got here into... All right, so this is new as well. Let's see. Oh, and they totally... Did they take out... They did. I think they took out Onslaught. Interesting. So we got some choices to make here. Yeah, they changed up. Oh, there it is. They swapped Onslaught with Siegebreaker. I see. And then they changed the abilities here to kind of make them match. Now, we went this way. Okay. And then we did go down to Recklessness. So let's see what we want to pick up to get there. Rampage increases your haste by 2%, stacking up to 4 times. Reset, yeah, we don't want that. Has a chance to refund a charge of Raging Blow. Raging Blow causes every striker in your next rampage to deal additional damage, stacking up to 5 times. I'm not sure which talent we had there. We're going to have to make a different decision. It also looks like they swapped some of the talents here. We need 4 points in, so we got those. We got this. Yeah, they made some definite changes here. So we've got Bloodthirst, we've got Raging Blow. Enrage Regeneration. Lasts longer and instantly heals. Then we have Rampage, which is our Rage Spender. So then over here, Enrage is going to increase our haste. Bloodthirst will always enrage us the first time we strike a target. Bloodthirst damage increased. Auto attacks had no penalty to hit from dual wielding during Enrage. While dual wielding one-handed weapons, our damage does increase and movement speed is increased. Increases auto attack damage with one-handed weapons. So the goal here was to use the Bloodthirst to get us into Enrage, and then to basically just, use that from target to target. So let's see. Bloodthirst deals increased damage to enemies below 35% health. That just changes that. Critical strikes generate additional rage and inflict a gushing wound that leeches health. Okay, increase critical strike chance of your next Bloodthirst, stacking up to 5 times. Bloodthirst increases your haste. I kind of like that. All right, then we have Rampage, increase your haste. Rampage has a chance to refund a charge of Raging Blow. Raging Blow causes every strike of your next rampage to deal an additional 8% damage. So right now, our basic rotation is going to be hit Bloodthirst, hit Raging Blow, and then build up Rage for a Rampage, essentially. So Rampage could refund Raging Blow, or Raging Blow can increase the damage of Rampage. I think maybe we want to do that right there. Your attacks have a chance to reset the cooldown of Execute. Okay. Damage Raging Blow is increased. Deal damage and increase damage done to the target every 30 seconds, which is fine. Increase the duration, and Raging Blow has a chance. Increased critical strike chance against enemies affected by Siegebreaker. We do want to take the... I think we want to take the Whirlwind ability. Alright, so Mastery, Haste, and Critical Strike. We went into Odin's Fury. TBD, work in progress. Whirlwind and Slam have a cooldown, but deal increased damage, and Slam generates rage. Replaces Raging Blow with the passive. Your auto attacks with one-handed weapons deal an additional amount of physical damage. What? So then we just don't Raging Blow at all? So we can go for like a super attack speed build here. Alright, they changed this tree a lot. We're going to go for the super attack speed build, I think. Let's do it. Alright. So we're going to go with that. So we're just going to have increased auto attack damage, super fast, no Raging Blow, which just sounds weird and ridiculous to me, and kind of stupid. But let's see. Did we have anything? Raging Blow has 2 charges and has a chance to reset its own cooldown. Well, we definitely don't need that. So let's take that instead. All right, Whirlwind. Actually, we don't need to take that. We don't need to take Raging Blow. We could take Siegebreaker. All right, so we got to put points in now. This was increased haste. I kind of like... Let's do that. Increased haste. So we're taking the super fast attack speed build. And then let's grab Odin's Fury. Just for the heck of it. What? Okay, yeah, over here. Right. Right. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we know we want to get Heroic Leap. It looks like we don't have to go through Spell Reflection to get it now anymore, which is really nice. But it's either we go through Rallying Cry and the buffs to Rallying Cry, or we go through Spell Reflection. So we're going to go through Spell Reflection to grab that. Let's see what else. We're going to increase our Leech. Auto attacks generate more Rage. Damage of Bloodthirst, Slam, Shield Slam, and Whirlwind increased. We'll take that. We're going to take Battle Stance into Movement Speed, into Impending Victory, which we do want for sure. We don't have Raging Blow now, so we don't really need to pick that up. We do want to pick up the Heroic Leap reduction. We want to pick up the extra charge for charge. Let's see. Cooldown of Pummel. I don't really care about either one of those, but we probably need to take one. I think. Yeah, I think we need to take one. Yeah, we're going to take one. So, Pummel cooldown reduction, or if Whirlwind hits, we're going to take the Whirlwind. Maximum Rage. Execute. What else do we want to take here? Increase damage with one-handed weapons and Leech. We need to put 5 more points in. So what do we have here? That's Intimidating Shout, Thunderclap stuff. We don't care about that. We don't care about Shattering Throw. So we're over here. We can get Storm Bolts. Slam deals additional damage. When you take damage, heal. Sure. Strength value equal to armor. We'll take that. I kind of just want to get Storm Bolt here. I'm being honest. Storm Bolts, and then, you know what, we'll take Defensive Stance, whatever. Okay, so then we have the dual wielding stuff over here, which we'll grab. And then this Thunder's Roar, I don't think actually works, but we're going to take it, and then we're going to take the Duelist talent here. And then we've got Stamina, armor, or crit chance. We'll go crit chance to increase the likelihood that we get bloodthirst critical strikes. Okay, so this is just attack super fast with one-handed weapons, not two-handed. It does look like we have Titan's Grip. Did it give me one axe? Two-handed, 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 two-handed. Why are you going to give me one axe? Oh my goodness. All right, so we do want one-handed weapons. Yeah. So we're going to go, this is a one-handed weapon haste build, which I know sounds weird, but it's a build that I like to try. All right, we need to adjust our spells on our bar, and then we can test this out. I don't know if this is going to be good. I don't know how well this haste sort of build is going to work. All right. Hummel. We got that. Okay. Is that really all the stuff we have? Okay, we got Battle Shout. Let's boost that up. Shield Block we don't need. Shield Slam we don't need. I don't think we need Slam, but we'll see if we need it in a rotation because we don't have a lot of active abilities. Execute is on the bar. I think we want the other one, right? We want this one. Maybe we want that one? I don't know. That's confusing. Okay, did we get everything? We got Bloodthirst, we got Enraged Regeneration, we got Rampage, yes. Why do we have Enraged Regeneration on there twice? We got Recklessness, and we got Odin's Fury. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to open up with Bloodthirst, right? And then we're going to Rampage. And I think we can Whirlwind or Slam if we want to. I'm not sure which of these executes is going to be correct. So also, I don't know if that does damage. We'll have to see. All right, let's go collect some quests and give this a shot.
The eternal sun guides us. Remember the sun well.
How am I still on that fire? I'm not anywhere close to that fire.
I suggest we keep moving.
All right. I really have no idea. So let's see how this does against a single target. All right, so we're going to bloop. Go on over. We're going to Bloodthirst. Rampage. And then... Okay, so this is the execute we want, not this one. That weirdly was like slow in the beginning, and then all of a sudden the guy was like in execute phase. We're not even in like Berserker stance. Alright. Charge in. We're gonna Whirlwind, Bloodthirst, Rampage, Execute, Bloodthirst, Rampage, Execute. I mean, it seems to work. There's a couple little awkward spots in the rotation, I think. But that weirdly is kind of nice. Okay, so I do feel like there's just like one weird spot in the rotation, but I don't think Siegebreaker is going to fill that slot. And we don't really have anything else connected here. Like Raging Blow is why it feels weird. you know, there's no Raging Blow to hit for that extra cooldown. Alright, so we Whirlwind, Bloodthirst. Oh, somebody pulled that one. Yeah, mother. Woo! Hey, I got my first loot drop of the alpha. Oh, so we got the... we picked up the Whirlwind cooldown thing, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Whirlwind and Slam have a cooldown. Oh, okay. So let's try working in Slam then. Charge, Bloodthirst, Rampage, Slam, Execute, Dead. Ah, look at how fast we're moving. I love it. Whirlwind, Rampage, Bloodthirst, Execute. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this super fast build? Super fast auto attacky build. So yeah, we just throw out like a Slam there. Look at how fast we are running. I love it. I love it. Whew, okay. Okay. Oh, man. I think I like it, you guys. I think I like it. Oh, gosh. It's oh, you just run so fast. Like, it's just fast. It's like, look at the crits. Look at the crits. Ah, I love it. Love the crits. Alright, I'm just gonna be playing this for a couple hours, I think. Oh, man. It's good. I like it. You like it too, Tor? Yeah, you just weave that Slam in there and then you're pretty much there. Oh man. I'm digging it. Can we do a bigger pull? No, no problems. No problems. I like this a lot, you guys. I should probably just stop saying it. Like, look, I like it a lot. So I do want to look at, like, what would we do with the additional talent points that we got, you know? But, man, sexy. Sexy!
I don't have a target.
I don't have a target. Oh, we do. Definitely changed my spec on my warrior. Yeah, that is, this is some spicy stuff. Spicy stuff. Oh man, that just feels good. I've never been a two-handed Fury player. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? But I started out playing Fury in vanilla. And so there was no Titan's Grip in vanilla. And that's the way I liked playing Fury, just like fast one-handed attacks. And I was so happy when they brought it back. So that's where I'm at. So let's take a quick look at the talent tree here, see if maybe there's a change we want to take or where we might want to put those extra points once we get them. I like this build. I like this build a lot. It feels good. Okay, so we don't know what this is. Bloodthirst deals increased damage to enemies below 35% health. I don't really think we care about that because we have the execute that we had to take. Increase the critical strike of your next Bloodthirst. I mean, that could be fine, but again, I don't know. Let's see. We don't really want to take that one. This is recklessness, tied to recklessness. Rampage has a chance to grant you recklessness. Okay. Recklessness lasts longer. Your auto attacks have a 15% chance to hurl weapons at your target and 3 other enemies in front of you. Or we got the Skull Banner. Onslaught. Ravager. I mean, I think I would probably take Siegebreaker into Deafening Crush into 2 points in critical thinking. So this improves your critical strike chance. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that applies since we don't have Raging Blow. I'm really not sure what I would do with the extra points because a lot of them are tied to Raging Blow. I mean, take reduced damage when you're enraged. Yeah, not taking Rampaging Blow does make the rest of the talent tree a little bit awkward. Not gonna lie. But you could just take... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Not having Raging Blow makes the talent tree a little bit awkward, so... I really just want to go play this again. Alright, but we're not going to. We are going to switch to Protection Warrior. And if you guys don't think that Protection can be cool for open world questing... You're crazy. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it very much. It's pretty much the spec that I play for questing and everything. So let's go ahead here and we're going to fill out something similar for this one. We're going to take that. I think we're still... This time we do want Shield Slam cooldown. We're going to take Storm Bolt. I'm going to grab that. Let's see, we do want Thunderclap. I did want to try this Thunderclap Rend thing. I just don't know if I'm going to care about it. But we'll see. Okay, there. Let's see, we'll go there. And then... I think I want to try getting Spear of Bastion just to have some extra damage here. And increase the initial damage. We got 2 points left, and I think we're just going to increase our haste with 2 points. I would probably change this and go into Avatar when I had more points. But since I don't, I think we're just going to pick up the haste. Alright, so let's take a look and see how drastically this tree has changed. Let's see. So Devastator, it looks pretty much the same. So I think we can just take this build the way it is. All right. There's a little change here. So we have Rend. Oh, that's right. Rend got added into the tree. I was taking both sides, so we'll do that. There are a couple differences here. Let's see. So this, into that, into this. And then over here, it was this into here and here. Okay. So then I wanted to try the crazy shield charge ability here. And we did have a point in Outburst, but I wasn't super crazy about the talent, so we will try it, but I think I might actually... So they put Bloodborne over here and they added Rend to the tree, and I think I wanted 2 points in this, which means we want to take this one, and I think we want to just pull that point out And we'll throw it over here. And then we'll go here, 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 here. Okay. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. All right, so let's open up our bag here because we need to get a shield. There we go. So basically, this build is just going to shield slam a lot. We'll go through the build as we get to it, but that's generally what we're gonna do. Is just shield slam a lot. Right here, we got that. Got Spirit Bastion now. We got Charge. We got our Storm Bolts, Thunderclap, Pummel, our Throw, Revenge, Shield Block, Ignore Pain, Challenging Shout, which I don't care about at all. Okay. We're literally missing Shield Slam. The main ability. There we go. And we're missing Whirlwind. Which I don't really think we have anything going on with Whirlwind. So I'm not too worried about that. Also for this, I think we want to be in Battle Stance. Alright, let me get back over to the chat. Okay. So, like I said, we're just going to shield slam a lot here. So we've got Demoralizing Shout will generate rage and increase damage we deal to targets. So we want to demo shouts on our group pulls pretty much, or against rare spawns or elites. No real need to demo shout if you're just going from enemy to enemy, because it has a 45-second cooldown, and that's just like bad pacing. Revenge is going to deal more damage, and when we dodge or parry, it'll cost no rage. It'll also deal more damage if we dodge or parry. We've got Devastate, Thunderclap, Revenge, and Execute have a chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Shield Slam. So that's how we're going to enable ourselves to cast Shield Slam a lot. Over here, using Shield Slam will increase our block value, and it'll increase the damage of the next Shield Slam. So that's how we're going to get Shield Slam to hit even harder. Down here, we picked up Revenge. Will increase the damage. Revenge damage is increased, and it increases the damage of your next Thunderclap. This is going to increase the radius of Demoralizing Shout, and each enemy hit by Thunderclap will reduce the cooldown of Demoralizing Shout as well. Down here, we've got Haste for each enemy that is around us. We could take Shield Slam generates more rage if we want to, if we feel like we're a little rage starved, so that may be a tweak that we make in testing. We've got increased stamina and armor and haste. We got the crazy shield charge thing, which we'll come around to in just a minute. Over here, we've got attacks have a chance to make your next execute cost no rage, and be usable on targets regardless of their health. Then we also have we're being healed by damage from deep wounds. Last Stand's cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds, and it grants a shield block, which I don't know if we really care about that. No, I wanted to take a point out of this and put it into Spike Shield. So blocking is going to deal damage to our enemies. Deep Wounds, Rend, and Thunderous Roar's bleed effects are increased. So this basically just is increasing the bleed effects of our Deep Wounds. And we're getting that because we want Shield Slam dealing 20% increased damage and reducing enemies' damage that they deal against us. Okay. Then over here in this tree, we do have a couple of things that are going to help with Shield Slam. So we got the damage increased by 10%. Let's see. And then I believe we got the cooldown reduction over here. Lowell Norden, wow, I haven't seen you in forever. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Good to see you again. All right, let's apply those changes. Okay, so we are going to Shield Slam. And then we're going to cast Revenge and Thunderclap as much as possible to get resets on Shield Slam. We're going to execute when we can. We're going to impending victory between enemies to heal up. And then we do have whirlwind and slam. We're probably not going to be using slam. We might occasionally use whirlwind, but we already have revenge and thunderclap, which hit multiple targets. So not necessarily as useful for us. We do have our shield block. If we want to use some sort of defensive, this is good against things that are meleeing us. And we do have ignore pain, but pretty much just these 5 abilities here are what we're going to use. We do also have our Spear Bastion, which will test out what that damage looks like. And then we have Shield Charge as well. So let's take a look at Shield Charge real quick. So charge an enemy, dealing a bunch of damage to it, and also dealing physical damage to all enemies within 10 yards. This stuns the primary target for 4 seconds and generates 50 rage. Okay, so it's a supercharge. And then here, this is going to grant a shield block, revenge, and generate an additional 30 rage. So it's going to give us 80 rage. Now, if we didn't like this, we would pop over and take Ravager. Pretty simple. But I wanted to try out the supercharge. And just see kind of how this works. So that is what we're going to do. All right. Can't be here for long, though. Work early in the morning tomorrow. I also work early in the morning tomorrow, but it's just a little ways off for me. I'm actually going in a couple of hours here, about 2 hours. I'm going to head to the movie theater. I'm going to go see Nope, which I haven't seen yet. I've been watching a lot of movies now that we can go back to theaters. We're also missing Battle Shout. What's the best classes in Dragonflight? If you were to guess, I am withholding my opinion until I try out Demon Hunter and the redone Evoker. So you're going to have to wait on that one. All right, so let's just show like a generic, like we're not doing anything special rotation. We're going to pull the enemy. We're going to shield slam the enemy. Then we're going to cast Revenge and Thunderclap and try to get resets on shield slam. When we do, looks like we are having some like major rage generation issues. That's going to be because we didn't charge in. If we charge in normal style, that's going to give us enough rage usually to just kind of do what we need to do. See, pretty straightforward. But like I said, you do want to charge into something to generate some rage there. I am feeling like maybe at this point getting the... I think I do want to... I think I immediately want to change to this. So we're changing over to Shield Slam generates 3 more rage. I think I just immediately want to do that. I also think I may want to put a point into the periodic bleed effects, have a chance to grant you 5 rage. Maybe we can pull a point out of Bloodborne to get that. Or we could take a point out of Sudden Death. We don't need the point in Sudden Death. But yeah, I don't know if I want to pull a point out of that. Let's just try with just that one change. All right. So again, we're not going to do anything special here. Just going to do a pretty generic rotation.
I need to target something first.
Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Protection is like pretty solid in open world content now, especially with this like shield slam build. I just really enjoy it. So yeah, basically if shield slams up, you cast shield slam. Otherwise, you're just trying to reset the cooldown. I mean, look at that. And we didn't use Spear Bastion, we didn't use Demoralizing Shout, we didn't do our Supercharge, we didn't use Impending Victory to heal, we didn't Whirlwind. We literally just cast these 4 abilities that whole time. Thinking of leveling a Warlock or Priest, what Warlock spec is best? I I think, you know, that comes down to your play style, but personally for me, I think there's some issues with the talent trees in Affliction right now. Demonology felt good, and surprisingly, I thought Destruction was actually really good. All right, we're gonna try the supercharge. I think we're gonna find a group to supercharge. I want to see it in all of its glory. And I really wish we had Condemn. Blizzard, if you watch this, which I know you won't, please give us Condemn. I want Condemn and Prot, okay? I don't even care. Just give it to me. Alright, so let's go see if we can do a big pull, and this time we're just going to use the crazy shield charge thing. I think I can do this. It's going to be a little awkward with the keybinds set up the way they are, but I think we can still manage to do it. Man, we just got one guy here. That's it. Alright, well, let's see if we can wrangle up some more. Here. Here. Let's grab these guys. Alright, y'all come over here. Yep. Alright. Turn around. Boom. That generated so much rage. Holy cow, that was a lot of rage. Everything's dead. I don't even think this is necessary. It's just fun.
It's too far.
Alright, let's do Spear of Bastion for some overkill. Hey, look. Look, you're tethered. Oh, you tether them with Spear of Bastion and then you back out and supercharge them. This is basically how I do my questing. Except this is significantly better because a lot of the abilities I would want to take, for example, like I'm pretty sure that Punish and what else? Hold on, I gotta look at Wowhead real quick. Let's go live tools, talent calculator, warrior, prot. I know for a fact, like, okay, so for one, War Machine, right here, War Machine, Punish, right here, and Devastator are all on the same row in the current version of World of Warcraft in live retail Shadowlands. All three of those are on the same row, so you have to pick one or the other. And this is what I was talking about. With this talent tree, I have all three, right? So I really just think that the classes are feeling, they're not, you're going to look at them and go, wow, we have all the same stuff. Like, there's not a lot of new stuff going on. But I'm telling you, boom, oh my god, that's so cool. I'm telling you, like, being able to select multiple talents that were previously on the same row just feels really, really good. So we kind of took a look here. I know for a fact, like, this build is just going to rock the way that it is. You know, you could make some tweaks in here, but I think for the most part, this build is very, very good for open world content. And I think we can probably move on to arms at this point. Well, let's see. Can I do like a super big pull? Like, I don't know what super big is, but let's grab all the things here. Let's grab you too. Hey, come here. Yeah, you. And you. Get you. You come here. And you come here. All right, let's do it. Spear of Bastion. Yeah. Impending victory. Impending victory. The build works. Woo! Alright, let's go over to the town real quick. I just hit my mount hotkey because I'm so used to that. We'll go over to the town and then we will load up arms and take a look at that. Again, I apologize for this taking a little bit longer because we got to look at the talent trees because some things got tweaked here and there, but that's just going to happen. You know, I knew that was going to happen, but I also wasn't planning on doing 2 classes in this stream. It's just definitely went so quick that, you know, we're doing warrior now. All right, so this is good enough. We can sit right here and let's switch over to arms. What do you guys think about the prop build? I love it, but I gotta say there's a little adrenaline rush on that Fury build. It feels pretty fun, so I don't know. That one was pretty sick. I like to play prot just because you could pull like 87 things and survive, but I mean that Fury build, it's fast. I just like going. I like going fast. Very Sonic the Hedgehog that way. Okay, let's see. So then we want to go check out the Arms Warrior. There we go. I'm just pulling up the talent tree from my talent review video. Let's see, where are we at? Right there. Okay, apparently not. There we go, okay. So we're gonna pick up this. We're gonna grab that. We're gonna go here to here, here. Then it should be okay. The little tweak. We want this. Okay. Here. And we're gonna go down this side. We're gonna grab storm bolts. We do want to take this. And then I think slam. Yeah, I think slam. We got 3 points left. Let's see, what else do we have? Yep, we want that one. And am I missing something else here? Nope, we took that. And so the shattering throw got added in here and something else got pulled out. So we do have an extra point to put somewhere. I mean, we'll just grab defensive stance, whatever. Okay, so then we want crit strike. We want increased damage with two-handed weapons. We could go for Spear of Bastion again if we wanted to. Or we got 3 points. We could go for something else. I mean, I think we just go for Spear of Bastion. Here, we got an extra point. And I think we put it into haste. All right, so that's going to be our class tree. Looks fun, but Fury looks more fun and fast to kill. Look, Fury is fast to kill, but you're probably not going to pull 15 enemies on Fury like you can on Prot. So really, is it faster to kill? Or is it about even, right? All right, over here, we got our overpower. They made a little bit of a tweak here. We got this one. We got this one. We got that one. Did get this one. Interesting stuff going on here. There's definitely some changes they made. I'm just trying to whip these up. Okay, so we were going for a different little type of build here. Okay. We got 1 point left, and it looks like we took this one, which is a... Okay, Tactician's chance to trigger is increased. Okay. Okay. And then we basically took all of this. All right. So let's make our adjustments. Let's get our two-handed weapon. All right, so we got this here. There we go. Pummel. We got our Colossus. We got our Die by the Sword, Hamstring, Heroic Leap. And then the rest of this stays. Are we missing anything? We got Battle Shout. Heroic Throw, Shield Block, but no shield. Okay, we need our Slam down there. Taunt. And I think we are good. Okay, so this one I don't remember quite as well, so we're gonna walk through it anyway. So we have Mortal Strike and Overpower. We got Die by the Sword for a defensive. Then we have our Colossus Smash, just the single target version. We also picked up Cleave for a bit of an additional AoE that can consume the Overpower effect as well. So it's the alternative, it's the Overpower for AoE. Then we also grabbed Skull Splitter. So this is a 27-second cooldown that's going to deal damage and generate rage for us. Okay. So we have Tactician. We have a chance per rage spent on damaging abilities to reset the cooldown of Overpower. Overpower will increase the damage of our next Mortal Strike or Cleave, stacking up to 2 times. So we want to basically Overpower, Mortal Strike on a single target. Overpower damage increased. Bleed effects have a chance to grant us rage, so we're going to get those from our wounds passive. We're going to be healed by some of that as well. And then Mortal Strike damage is increased. Your damaging critical strikes deal additional damage. The chance for Tactician to trigger is increased. Then we have Mortal Strike has a chance to reset its own cooldown. When Skull Splitter, right here, damages an enemy, it causes your Deep Wounds, Rend, and Thunderous Roar to expire instantly. So this will consume all the bleeds on the target. That may make us want to go into like Rend and Thunderous Roar and stuff like that, which we could totally do here. But we'll see. We'll see. But basically, we want to make sure we have Deep Wounds on the target before we Skull Splitter. Deep Wounds, Rend, and Thunderous Roar's bleed effects deal increased damage. So again, we'll just get more damage out of that. That does make me think that we probably want to lean away from that and go there and grab Thunderous Roar. We may want to take a point out of something and grab Rend. I'm not sure. But we'll definitely test a version that has Rend in it. Overpower has 2 charges and causes a wave, dealing damage to enemies in line. And then down here we get increased mastery. Deep Wounds, Rend, and Thunderous Roar's bleed effects last longer and have an increased chance to critically strike. And then Overpower has a chance to reset the cooldown of Mortal Strike and reduce the rage cost of your next Mortal Strike. And then finally, your Mortal Strikes against enemies above 30% health have a high chance to apply a Fatal Mark. When an enemy falls below 30% health, your next execute inflicts additional damage per stack. All right. Oh, let's give it a shot. So we did switch out Thunderous Roar instead of Spirit Bastion. I think, like I said, we probably want to put a point into Rend here. I'm not sure which point we would take out. We could potentially take out Cleave. We could take out Exploit Weakness. But, I mean, generally, we'll just be adding a point in as we increase our level. I love your content. Keep going. Peace out. Thanks, Samuel, for popping in and saying hello. Definitely appreciate that. Okay. So we are going to Overpower. We want to generate Rage for Mortal Strike. 2 Overpowers into a Mortal Strike. We got our Execute to use. Then we have our Slam as our filler Rage Spender. Then we have Whirlwind and Cleave. So Whirlwind's our generic Rage Spender. Cleave is our Overpower user for AoE. We've got Dragon's Roar and Skull Splitter. So Skull Splitter is going to cause the bleeds to be consumed instantly. So we're going to let's do some testing on the Skull Splitter stuff here and see how good it is. Because I remember thinking it was going to be fairly good if we could stack up enough bleeds. But I want to see, how does it do with just Deep Wounds? All right, so we charge in. We Overpower. All right, this thing... let me double check here. I'll make sure. So Mortal Strike, Colossus Smash, Cleave, and Blade Storm. So we do need a Mortal Strike to get those on. Okay. All right, we're not going to do it on this guy. All right, we'll do it on this guy over here. So we're going to heal up with Impending Victory. We're going to Mortal Strike, and then we're just going to Skull Splitter. Wow, that, like, deleted his health bar. But that thing is on a long cooldown, man. 26 seconds. Oh, that makes me sad. 26 seconds. That thing almost deleted that guy, and the only thing on him was deep wounds. We don't have any whirlwind stuff in here. Like, we don't have a way to make whirlwind and make our next things hit multiple targets, I don't think. If we did, then we could whirlwind into a skull splitter after we, like, dot bleeded stuff, which would be insane. It'd be pretty ridiculous, I think. That was insane, though. Let's see if we get a bleed from Dragon's Roar. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just going to kill the guy, right? So we need to Mortal Strike, Dragon's Roar, and then... Did we get... I don't think we got a bleed from Dragon's Roar. It is, like, not yet implemented. TBD, work in progress. I didn't see a bleed on there. Okay, let's throw a point out of here and put it in Rend. And we're just going to Rend and then Skull Splitter on a target. Rend. Yeah. So really, I think going into... I don't think you need to force yourself into Thunderous Roar or Rend in this case. Because it seems like it's just overkill. Right? Like, your deep wounds basically deletes the health bar, and you can only use this thing every 27 seconds, so I don't think you need to force yourself into those abilities if you don't want to take them. Alright, so let's look at the normal rotation without the crazy bleed stuff, right? Because we're not going to be able to do that all the time. Right, we're going to overpower, Mortal Strike. We got the reset on overpower into an execute. Big chunky damage. Right? So we can Mortal Strike here to get rid of some rage. We can also slam to get rid of rage, which is totally viable. Here we can whirlwinds, cleave. So remember, anytime like our overpower is flashing, it works on our cleave as well. Yeah, I don't know. Arms has always been big chunky hits, you know? Just kind of smash things super hard. Me, I'm addicted to speed. I like the fast-paced Fury stuff. But I mean, there's something to be said for just chunking people down with big arms attacks. We should be using our Impending Victory. If you're worried about the health bar there, I mean, basically you're just Impending Victory between every enemy, and you're good. Right, so then we would go hit the next enemy, charge in, Impending Victory, we're capped off again. Impending Victory, we're capped off. Impending Victory. And we are like constantly rage capped here. I don't think we have anything that's really increasing our rage. I mean, we do have some stuff. We've got max rage increased. We may not even need to take this. The abilities that cost rage, like, could probably pull that point out and put it somewhere else. I don't know where we would put it. Could probably put it somewhere else. All right, let's see if we can do a bit of a bigger pull. We'll go down here and do one of these again. Yeah, let's get it. Oh, we got spiked. Oh no. Oh no. All right, we might actually die here. Oh, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. We should be able to impending victory our way to safety. That's why I love impending victory, man. This ability is just too damn good at keeping you alive. I mean, you saw how bad off we were there. And just impending victory just pulls you right out. Especially in situations like that, because things are constantly dying, so you're just constantly healing. All right, and that's arms. I mean, I think the build's totally fine. So let's go back to town. We'll take a quick look here at some of the rest of the tree. See if there's maybe some different stuff we would want to do or where we'd want to put those extra points in. And then we're going to recap with, just talking about general thoughts on Warrior and Death Knights here at the end of the stream. So let's go ahead and we'll get up here. All right, let's check it out. So we did go for like this kind of skull splitter, bleeds do better thing, but I mean, we don't have to take that at all. This here gets us into sweeping strikes. Whirlwind slams the targets. Let's see what else we got. Whirlwind costs more rage and has a cooldown, but deals more damage. So we could definitely Whirlwind. We could go into Blade Storm. Blade Storm. When you Blade Storm, you automatically cast 2 mortal strikes at random nearby enemies. I mean, that's super cool. I wonder if that would apply if you were to take Signet of Tormented Kings. I don't know. Signet of Tormented Kings is when you activate, like, let's say we activated Avatar and it cast Blade Storm. Would Blade Storm cast 2 mortal strikes? It might. Then you got like the two-handed, weapon specialties here. Blade Storm ends, Whirlwind and Cleave deal increased damage. So you can go super heavy on the AoE over here if you wanted to. Over here, we can pick up Warbreaker to turn Colossus Smash into an AoE. We got the Skull Banner if you want to do some group stuff. But overall, I mean, I feel pretty good. Pretty good about the build that we have here. So, all right, so let's recap, and we'll recap talking about Warrior first, and then we'll switch over real quick to Death Knight and talk about that so that I can bring it back up on the screen. So if we're taking a look at Warrior overall, like, I'm pretty satisfied on a personal level with Warrior in terms of like questing, leveling, and those kind of builds. Like, obviously dungeon play and stuff is an entirely different story. But just in terms of being able to go out there and quest, I like what they're doing. Warrior has been a huge highlight for me in that the talent tree lets you take things that previously were all in the same row, so you could only choose one. And being able to do that just makes these builds, in my opinion, a lot more interesting and fun, even if we didn't get something that's like totally new. Fury, that build was sick. I want to go play it again now. It's just fast, and I love fast. That's also the reason why, even though I think Arms is good, it didn't get me hyped up as much, right? Because Arms is definitely a slower, like, chunkier, bigger hits, kind of build. It's never been my favorite though, so that's not a shot against arms by any means. It's always been like the stepchild of the warrior specs for me personally, but I still think that what's there plays very well. And I'm sure if you're an experienced, like a very experienced arms player, like you're just gonna crush it. You're gonna make me look like terrible. But Fury is a ton of fun. Protection for open world. Literally is just better than what I've been doing in Shadowlands because of the talent tree thing that I talked about before. I love the slam build on protection, just pulling a million things and just slamming repeatedly, and like it's a lot of fun to me, and I think it's made even more fun by the talent trees here. So overall, like my satisfaction with the warrior trees is pretty high, and the specializations also pretty high. So let's hop over real quick, and we're gonna open up the Death Knight, and I'll talk about that one. So far on these showcases, I've done Shaman, Hunter, Rogue, Death Knight, and Warrior, right? And so far, I think I don't know. I don't want to rank them. I said that I wasn't gonna rank them. You guys can't make me rank them. I'm not going to trick myself into accidentally ranking them here. But you're welcome to guess. You'll have seen me play these builds, and you've heard my summaries for most of them. So you could probably start to get an idea of, in terms of what I want to play so far in Shadowlands that you've seen me build test for, you probably have some idea of what that is. Death Knight, like I said, Death Knight to me did not change a whole lot compared to what it's currently doing. So we do have, Frost. I think that build felt very good with the all the flashy lights on the obliterates and the howling blasts and everything. It's very much like the same build that I normally play when I play Frost. I don't feel like a whole lot has changed for it, and that's fine because it plays fine. Blood. I mean, blood's just blood. It's so hard for me to play something on DK that's not blood, because I feel like on blood, you could literally just pull like a zone's worth of enemies and just AoE them all down and you're good. Like, why wouldn't you do that, right? That's my thought process. Why wouldn't you just pull everything? You got a quest where you need like 5 items as drops. Okay, pull 15 enemies and kill them as blood. That hasn't really changed. So for me, I think like ultimately I would probably still play blood for a lot of things, and then change it up with Frost and Unholy. Not because they're worse. Arguably, they're probably more fun and interesting and do more single target damage. But it's just hard to argue with the like ridiculous efficiency of blood pools. So, Unholy, I mean, I think I showcased that one pretty well. I'm still super happy with the fire chain ability. Like, ever since they added that, it's just been my favorite thing. It makes playing Unholy like so interesting. You could be a total scrub, a total noob, and you just go fire chain, and then like it burns everything, and you're like, I play good. And yeah, I think it just works, right? It just works that way. Would I want to play it a different way without the fire chain? I don't think so. Like I might. I would try it for sure, but I mean, at that point, you're removing the thing that's super fun to me, and I would probably switch over to Frost for DPS or just stick with Blood. So that's my opinion on these trees so far for open world content, questing, and leveling. I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. Unless something goes wrong, I do plan on streaming again tomorrow evening. So I will put that stream up. It'll be pre-scheduled so you guys know when it is. So you're welcome to join me if you want to tomorrow evening. And then I probably won't have another live stream until like the weekend or next week. Okay, but more videos are coming out. The rest of the monk videos are coming out tomorrow and Tuesday. And then after that, the 3 mage videos will be coming out. If Demon Hunter gets added to the alpha this week, then I will try to get those recorded so that you guys have those for Saturday and Sunday. If they don't get added, then I'll probably go back and take a look at the new reworked Evoker tree, and you'll at least have that on Saturday. But there may be a gap in the class specialization videos if Demon Hunter doesn't get added to the alpha. But it should. I hope it does. We'll see. So, yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's coming up. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. If you hadn't had the chance yet, let me pull this up real quick for you guys before you leave. All right, let's pull this up over here. If you had not had a chance to go watch this video, the Tell Me What You Think channel seasons, please take a minute and just go check that out. I am trying to see what you guys think about an idea I have for just kind of making things a lot easier for me here on the channel, and it would make a huge difference if we did that in terms of me making content in the future and beyond the alpha. So, you know, check it out. I would definitely appreciate, even if it's not something you personally end up wanting to do, you know, I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. So, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks, Aggie, for letting me stream and letting me chill. Much appreciated. I am going to hop off here and grab some food before I head out to the movies and see Nope. So we'll check that out. I saw Top Gun Maverick recently, which was super good. I'm very lukewarm about the original Top Gun, but Top Gun Maverick I thought was like really, really good. What else did I watch? Everything Everywhere All at Once was amazing. Definitely encourage you guys to check that out. It's super weird and just a lot of fun. And what else? Oh, we just watched the new Dragon Ball Z Superhero. Okay, if you guys are into Dragon Ball Z anime, go watch that movie. That movie is insane. It was I was like edge of my seat. People were cheering in the theater. Like, it was good times. I know this is like super off topic, but whatever. We're at the end of the stream here. So for those of you who want, you know, the little extras, and you're getting it, I feel like I've seen. Maybe there's one more thing. We're going to see Bullet Train on Thursday, the new Brad Pitt movie that looks pretty interesting. But anyway, yeah, just been doing a lot of movies and stuff. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, the rest of your Sunday, if it's Sunday where you're at. And I will post that live stream up for you guys for tomorrow so that if you want to join, you can. I think the plan is to knock out the build testing for Priest, which I'm looking forward to because my Shadow build was basically untestable on the target dummies. So I want to see if it still holds up out in the open world. All right, you guys, much appreciated. Have a good night. Have a good day, whatever the case may be. And I'll see you next time. All right, let's end this stream. Also, next time, remind me to turn the music on.